Hello there, hunks. Welcome back to another Homunculoid review, where today I have the Star Wars Vintage Collection 40th Anniversary Return of the Jedi Scout Bike and Scout Trooper. Pretty awesome looking. I haven't really been getting as much TVC lately. I've been kind of phased over to 6-inch mainly, and then the smaller scale Avatar line, which is what most of my videos are. But yeah, this thing looks awesome. I got this for my birthday, so I'm not gonna really be factoring price into this review because I was lucky enough to get it for 0 money. But yeah, this package looks really awesome. Great picture of the toy here. And here's the back, same pictures. And of course we get the figure with it. So without further ado, let's get into it. And here we have the figure. It's a little dusty. Here it goes. Got the 40th anniversary unpunched here. And here's some other figures you can get. Now, I know a lot of people love to keep these things in box. It looks great on box, but I think it looks even better outside of it. Whoa. Here we go. Break them free. Can't forget the little pistol. There it is. There's his dinky looking pistol. And that can go right in his ankle holster here. I said... hang on. Doesn't feel very secure in there. I'm probably just not doing it right. There. That's in there now. So we'll look at the figure before we get into the more exciting part. Let's have a quick look at him. Scout Troopers are always one of my favorite trooper designs. Close, I'd say it's second to the Snow Troopers. You can see when he bends his head down, you can see like the little joint in there. There's no head underneath or anything. Yeah, he's got mostly white, got some off-white, more yellowy bits to his pouches and straps here. Got a little bit of paint here, a little bit of silver. Got the black here, got the black or silver on the armbands. Helmet looks nicely painted. Visor looks good too. I'm not seeing anything that looks wrong that's jumping out at me or anything. Looks pretty great. His left arm has the trigger finger. Just a swivel at the wrist, nothing else. No up and down, in or out. I never actually had a vintage collection Scout Trooper before, so I don't know what's new. I don't know what's not. Here's where his elbow gets to, by the way. About 90. And we'll put in his little blaster. Yeah, you can see me struggle with it. Wow. That is tiny. Maybe. Oh, it looks better. This one's got like 2 fingers separated for it. Yeah, that's how it goes. Right there. He holds on to it really nice. Probably not the most heavy-duty weapon, but it's heavy-duty weapons in here. We'll get to that. Alright, we'll move on to his posability real quick. You already saw that his elbows went to 90 degrees. Head gets I'll get closer. Head gets a ton of tilt. Look at that. A lot of range. Look behind him. About to see Luke blow him up. Can look up. Ooh, really far. You can see that can see into the joint there, but that doesn't really bother me. That really gives you the movement that you're gonna want. Looks down pretty far too. Let's see what his waist gets. Not bad at all. It gets forward and back. Not any side to side, just forward and back. Well, I guess forward a pretty good ways, which is what you're gonna want when you get him on the speeder. His hips. It's kind of tough. It hinges out to about 90 degrees. Get him in the splits. Joint's a little tight. No, there we go. Get him a full splits almost. Anyway, we'll kick the leg up. Doesn't really go back. And his knees. Single jointed, but they go back a little bit past 90. And for his ankles, a little stiff out of the package. That goes back super far. And forward's not bad either. Look at that. And it does swivel. It does have a rocker on there, which makes me think this is a newer one. Because when I was more regularly, well, yeah, it's a boot cut too. When I was more regularly getting vintage collection, they didn't really. I think the first wave that had that becoming more regular was with Chirrut Imwe. I'm probably saying that wrong. Yeah, guy looks pretty cool. But what is a scout trooper without his speeder bike? This is always one of the coolest scenes. Them going down the forest in a speeder bike. That looks pretty cool. Got a different color for the satchel there. Got a couple buttons. Not a crazy amount of painted detail, but there is some. Like there's some grime. I don't know if you can really see that. There's some grime to the front. A couple of painted buttons or lights or something. Got a little. Looks like there's a little bit of tape on mine or something. Yeah. Yeah, there he goes. These handlebars seem to pin in here to keep it in place, but if you want to move it forward like he's speeding up, you can do so. Yeah, got some silver chipping. These don't move, but they are a little bit softer, so they're not just gonna snap on you. Here's the back. Got, of course, the hole for the stand. Kind of an interesting looking stand. There's different ways you can use it. I think I'm gonna put it like this. Let's see how that gets in there. Oh, there it goes. It just pops in there, and then you can have some posability. Guess you can't really see that well. Got some posability with that. Go up, down, side to side. Yeah, that's cool. And here we are back after quite a bit of finagling to get him on the speeder. This is kind of the pose I was able to get him in with both his feet on the little pedals here. It's kind of hard to get him like hunched over, even on the box. In the picture, he's not quite like sitting down on it. He's kind of standing up quite a bit. It's not super easy to get him into like a convincing pose, but once you do it, it does look really sweet. And especially if you got him all, get the feet off there, he kind of becomes easier. And one thing I didn't notice is that this also hinges up, like when he's braking, pulling it back towards him. But yeah, looks pretty awesome still, even if it is kind of a pain. Kind of wish there's like more, there's like some bend, like right here maybe, to kind of give him a more crunchy pose. But regardless of all that, once you get him on there, it's pretty sweet. Definitely gonna stand out with your other Return of the Jedi figures, your other Imperial troops. Yeah, super cool. This would be, hang on. Now this would be really awesome if you had like a Ewok to jump on there. I don't have one, unfortunately. If I did, this Scout Trooper's bike would no longer be his. But yeah, might look a little awkward sitting on there, but it really does look cool having him there. It's cool getting him in like a, just turning away from a tree or something. So now I guess all that's left is to do a little bit of comparison. I only have one figure here to compare him to. This is the, I believe this is specifically the Rogue One Stormtrooper. So here's what he looks like, kind of off the ground there. There, so you can see how high he kind of gets on there. And taking him off. Bit taller, a little bit taller than the Stormtrooper, regular Stormtrooper, a little bit more bulky. That has to do with his helmet there. But it's definitely a lot more flexible than this one, especially in the head area. Yeah, the only complaint I have about this is maybe getting some articulation in there, get some more bend forward, but they're working with what they got. If they put the cut down lower, it would have been great, but you would have been able to see that when you have them neutral, so I understand why they didn't. Another thing that could be better or improved is the wrist situation. Just having a swivel here would have been great if we got like a proper hinge. Probably in and out would be more helpful. But yeah, other than that, this guy looks awesome. It's gonna look awesome on my shelf. I bet he'll look out more. Bet he'll look cool on yours. Bet you if you're more patient than me, you'll get him in a way better pose than I had him in. Yeah, here he is, Scout Trooper. Spike. Let's get him standing up. Really cool set. If you're a fan of Return of the Jedi, and I don't know who isn't, this is definitely a cool set to have, especially if you don't have one already. Yeah, here we are, and thanks for watching. See you next time, whenever that may be.